And the profile was so normal that I would never know.
You might be thinking that is all. The level of TDS in some people is so high that Rosie is now saying she has turned off the news because she doesn't want to see Trump. I really wonder if these people can continue till when, if you go everywhere on social media, you will see him.
I miss so many things. I have to say, I really do. I miss so many things. I'm reading books. I'm feeding squirrels. I'm trying not to think the world's problems are something that I need to personally solve. Narcissistic, who's to say? But there's definitely a PTSD response for me, when crises of the nation happen. And there have been cry, and my father would send me to my room and say, you're not allowed to watch the news anymore. And you know what? I'm not allowed to watch the news anymore now either, because it is just too much. You got to get ready for what's coming. But trying to stay on the happy side of life and not, obsess on that either. But it's hard to avoid it when it's so blatantly obvious when you look at the parallels that we have been here before as a world. When democracy falls, fascism takes its place, right? Capitalism.
Yes, if you don't understand what is going on, this one is actually vowing that she will not even go online because she is scared of seeing Trump supporters. Rosie here is telling us she is turning off the news because she doesn't want to see Trump. I don't know till when, because when you pass everyone on social media, you will see him. I don't get the point why this level of TDS is so high on some people. That notwithstanding, we have something very important to look into about this border issue. I came across a series of videos which I'm going to show you. Jimmy Kimmel marks New York Mayor Eric Adams.
Okay, so I got a great way how we can what we can do with this budget. First, let's start with cutting off illegals, getting free everything.
Also celebrating was a man who was celebrating being charged with 5 felonies this year, New York Mayor Eric Adams.
Please welcome the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams.
And hold on, it's Mayor Adams because he's wearing a hat that says Mayor Adams. And that hat is one of the least embarrassing things about him. In September, the mayor was indicted for wire fraud, for bribery, for solicitation of contributions from.
Those who are here committing crimes, robbery, and innocent people have been a harm to our country. I want to sit down and hear the plan on how we're going to address them. Those are the people I am talking about, and I would love to sit down with the board of czar and hear his thoughts on how we're going to address those who are harming our citizens.
You're open to that?
Open to
hearing what their plan is to deport some of these folks, and you think the city, in some circumstances, should cooperate with ICE.
Let me. You know what's interesting? And I was talking to the team the other day. I want you to all go back and Google Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Google what they said about those who commit crimes in our city and what they said in our country. They said those who commit crimes need to get out right away. That was their position. So this is not a new position, because in the state of in the era of cancel culture, no one's afraid to be honest about the truth. Well, cancel me, because I'm going to protect the people of this city. And if you come into this country, in this city, and think you're going to harm innocent New Yorkers and innocent migrants and asylum seekers, this is not the mayor you want to be in the city under.
So, is Adams right? Will you work with him?
Yes, you might be wondering why Democrats are suddenly changing their minds about Mayor Eric Adams. At the beginning, Trump predicted it, and it happened like that. When this guy started going off on Democrat, particularly to this issue of illegal immigration, people entering into New York, that was the end of everything. They came in, start investigating him. A lot of things started changing. Trump said immediately, you talk against these people, this is what will happen to him. It didn't take long. We saw the indictment. You saw Jimmy going off on him. That is to clearly tells you when you are on track with Democrat doing things they don't like, that is just what they would do. They will start going after you. Imagine this guy was good or in support of Biden throughout. You will not see things like that. That is just based on what I've seen over the past years. It is important. I show you this video.
So, is Adams right? Will you work with him, and is there a fix?
I will meet with Eric Adams. I've yet talked to him. I actually plan on calling him tonight, but I'll probably call him right after the show. But he's reached out to me a couple times. I've been on travel, but I plan on calling him either tonight or first thing in the morning. I certainly will meet with him. I'm looking for partnerships. I'm not looking for enemies, and I think we both have the same concern on the rising illegal alien crime rate in New York City. I want to help him address that.
Do you believe that you can get the bad guys without sweeping up a lot of not bad guys, except for the fact that they came into the country illegally and all the things that go along with breaking up families, breaking up workplaces, the risks that you know very well?
Well, look, like I said in the first show, our priority right out of the gates is criminal aliens, the ones who are here illegally that committed a crime. And that's why I'm happy that the mayor's reached out, because if they can help us arrest the bad guy in the safety and security of their jails, work with their law enforcement, that means less officers in the streets, less officers in the communities. But when we're forced, when a sanctuary city just keeps releasing illegal aliens with criminal convictions back to the streets, that forces the men and women of ICE to go into communities. And when they find the bad guy, most likely they're going to be with others. And ICE officers are not going to walk away from somebody that's here illegally, that's standing there in front of them. So if he wants less collateral arrests, that's what working together is going to prevent, more collateral arrests, because we're going to have the bad guy in our hands from the beginning and not have to go search for him.
I think we will see Denverites and folks around the country who will nonviolently resist that.
Look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail.
Trump actually did a good thing to pick up this man to be in charge of this. You can see the panic into some of these people. Mayor Eric Adams partnering with him is actually a nightmare to most Democrats. He said it on that video. I don't care if they cancel me, because that is what they're fond of. The man at this point is doing what he likes. I saw this coming. A lot of people are saying, oh, he wants pardon from Trump, things like that. To me, I don't care. If he's doing the right thing that can make Trump to accomplish what he wants, what is the deal? What is the problem? He should be able to do that. I don't have a problem with that. I see a lot of conservatives on social media trying to, put this out. To me, that should not be happening.
Many years ago.
Then the decisive result of this election gives us not just an answer to the question as to what Americans want to do along those lines, it also gives us a really big to-do list.
Let's keep validating the same outlets that continuously undermine us at every single turn.
Dear Mon Pa MAGA.
United States.
It was an excellent conversation. Justin Trudeau broke the border. We didn't have these problems before Justin Trudeau.
Does anybody else think it's funny how Donald Trump has officially done more for Canada and he's not even in office yet?
I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again.
Trudeau is at the end of his time.
The Prime Minister dances while Montreal burns.
Mass officers and the Prime Minister was nowhere to be found.
Justin Trudeau tweeted to Taylor Swift asking her to add a stop of her Eras tour in Canada.
Have a nice Sunday.
doing this. That's what she did.
NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House.
And Donald Trump will be our next president.
Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris and making a political comeback unlike any in modern American politics.
You know what? Donald Trump likes my music.
Please register to vote.
Look at this. She's only up by 15 points.
Got Taylor Swift.